These are the 3 next steps for an advanced investor. And when I say advanced investor, I mean the individual that has a brokerage account, has processed transactions, and they understand how the stock market works. You have jumped in the pool. You know how to swim, but now it's time to play in the deep end. Now it's time to use your investments with intention so that it aligns with your goals and puts you in a position to actually win financially. The first thing you want to focus on now that you are an investor is if you are considering stocks that give you that passive income, dividend stocks, you want to make sure you have a dividend strategy. In our Wealth Builders community, we have a custom dividend calculator. We also give you access to a website that allows you to calculate your dividends. You have to be very intentional around the dividend stocks that you put in your portfolio. Find your top 5 players that are going to give you the cash flow that you want. My recommendation is to start with $250 a year, then go to $500 a year, then $1,000, then $2,500, and push your way through so that you can gradually increase the consistent cash flow that you're producing with your dividend stocks. The second thing you want to think about is think long term. It's great to have your brokerage account, but there are also different types of accounts that align with your taxes differently. So consider accounts like a Roth IRA, like a traditional IRA, like a SEP IRA. You're not always going to be a certain age. You're going to grow over time. You're going to get older. So make sure you have money all throughout the duration of your life. And then the third and final thing I would say is analyze your investments. Sometimes we're just buying investments with no intentional target. Are these companies aligned with your goals? Have the dynamics of the company changed over time? If not monthly, definitely quarterly. Look at your investments. Look at the performance. Look at it like it's a basketball team, right? Some players, if they're not performing, you got to bench them, which means you got to sell some of the stocks if they're not performing the way you want to, or if you're not aligned with the company anymore. But those players that are doing well, sometimes you got to double up and put more money into those companies because they're pushing you to the next level of where you're ultimately trying to go. So at this point, you're swimming in the deep end. That is your ultimate goal. Use your investments to put you in a better position financially to get you where you want to be.